Guys, it's Nick. And, well, as you know, the Blackhawks have been riddled with a ton of injuries this year. And it seems like now every other game we're going into, or every game, because the last three games we've seen it, there's been an injury. Well, there's time for it. The Hawks do are in a rebuild. I get it. Last night video where I was reviewing the game, it was pretty much more about the frustration of seeing it be someone's getting injured. Well, Anthony Beauvillier did get injured. It's a wrist injury, and probably will be out for the foreseeable future at this point, from what it sounds like, being a wrist injury. The Blackhawks did claim someone off waivers, a defenseman in Jacob Megna. Megna, a serviceable defenseman, I would say, but not one with a high quality of helping offensively. I think this is the fact the Hawks are without defenseman Steph Jones. I will go over the list of players currently injured on the Blackhawks today. Joey Anderson on injured reserve with an upper body injury from December 18th. Andreas Athanasiou with an undisclosed injury has been out since November 9th, a game against Tampa Bay. Anthony Beauvillier, of course, last night against the Nashville Predators, so January 2nd, with an upper body injury. It appeared to have been a wrist injury, and that's what everyone's kind of reporting about. Taylor Hall, he's out for the remainder of the season. He had to get surgery to repair his MCL, or I believe it was MCL. Um, so he's out. LTIR out for Taylor Hall. Tyler Johnson out for since Dallas in December 31st. Um, Steph Jones has been missing time since December 12th. Taylor Hall out since December 29th. Sammy Savoy got injured in the preseason, so Savoy wasn't making the Blackhawks roster anyways, but worth mentioning. The Hawks have been riddled with a ton of injuries. Taylor Hall got injured multiple times this year and now out for the remainder of the year. Steph Jones is supposed to start skating soon. The Hawks kind of said that. Luke Richardson kind of said that the other day. Uh, Athanasiou, there's really at this point no true timeline, it feels like. And with the injuries that keep racking up, it's to the forwards. It's not to the defense. Yes, Jones is a defenseman, but that's the only one that really has been injured. Other than Vlasic for a short period of time, he's been back, so I'm not putting Vlasic into this list. I wanted to talk about the active injured Blackhawks at this point. It sucks to see. This has been a problem this year. Injuries after injury after injury, and it just seems like it's not stopping. As I mentioned last night in my review, it's time to bring in help. The Blackhawks did get, I guess, some help in Jacob Megna, but that's a defenseman. The Hawks need some forwards. The Hawks picked up Megna off of waivers, but they really do need some help on the forward units because it's getting to that point where it's almost to Bedard, Foligno, Khrushchev, and you could throw Reichel in there, but Reichel hasn't been producing this year. But I think it's mainly because he's been without his main um line partner in Athanasiou all season. Because in the preseason, Athanasiou, Khrushchev, and Reichel on the line, and that was also the line pair after the trade deadline for the Hawks last year, and that was a good line. But Reichel's been not producing. So right now it's been up to Foligno, Bedard, and Kurashev for this team. It's not been good. Oh yeah, another injury that the player just came back was Colin Blackwell, so he wasn't part of the active injured list, so that's why I didn't mention Blackwell. Kurashev also was injured at one point, so again, not part of the active injured list. I should have mentioned that. This is what's tough. What are the Hawks going to do? They may have claimed someone off of waivers today, but the Hawks are in need of forward help if these injuries keep players out for a longer period of time, such as Athanasiou, such as Taylor Hall. Hall, as we know, is out for the rest of the year. Such as Taylor Radish, I meant to say. Tyler Johnson out. It's just frustrating to see that we are dealing with this many injuries. I don't remember a time where it seems like every game we're worrying about an injury occurring, because that's what it seems like has happened. Down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts are. What you would hope the Hawks do to kind of fix this issue. Maybe pick up more players. Maybe try, you really can't deplete Rockford so much because you can't risk bringing up some more players too early. And if they do that, that's potentially hurting their chances of development and maybe Rockford actually being competitive and developing a competitive hockey team. They have been struggling since the injuries keep racking up in Chicago. We had to call up most of the leading scorers down there. Colton Dock wasn't called up now that he's on injured reserve because a idiot um on the Milwaukee Admirals pretty much sucker punched him in the back of the head, putting him on concussion protocol. I just want to know what you want to see, what you want to do, what you want to see the Hawks try and do to maybe fix some of the holes that are on this roster with these injuries that keep racking up. So, thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, hopefully this injury bug ends soon.